Hello and welcome to the channel. My name's Vorm, and I'm going to be playing some Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I'm going to be attempting the lab challenge, hopefully with some help from the viewers, giving me some guidance and strategy tips while we play. We'll see if we can escape from this evil government facility that we've been trapped in after the apocalypse. So let's get to it. I'm going to hang tight for just a minute or so while I organize some screens on the other monitor and get some game world stuff organized here, so bear with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's get a world created. And I'm going to go with my standard default mods that I've been using, so you can see the list. Well, the installed list is over here. I'm not going to go with PKs. I haven't done the lab challenge in forever, so I'm pretty out of date and out of practice with it, so hopefully some folks that are watching are going to have some tips, and we'll get through this, hopefully in a single sit through. I'd love to be able to get out of this lab in one live stream, but if it takes two and we're managed to still be alive, I might continue it in a second live stream. We'll kind of see how it goes. Alright, so like I said, standard mods that I've used before, nothing different there. And let's just go to the world options. Since the goal really is just to get out of this lab, I'm not going to get too creative or change too many things, so I don't really care about the size of the cities or spacing. None of this is going to happen fast enough to make much difference. We're going to leave everything pretty much the same. I think I will turn on Z levels. I'm not sure if that has an effect in a lab or not, but we'll do it just in case. And I'd rather not have any NPCs in. So I think we're good there. And we'll just call this Lab Challenge. S1. Yes, we're done. And I've already created a character. I didn't want to spend a ton of time creating a character for the challenge, so let's just get right to it. Preset and lab challenge for that world. Yes. Alright, so here's what we've got so far. You can see the stats, you can see the traits, and what skills that I've taken. So if anybody has anything they want to make a comment about, I will take a short break and drink some water while you guys get a look at it. And I'll just wait for some comments. If anybody's desperate to have me change something or add or drop something that they think would be critical for this challenge, I'll consider it, and I'll be back with you in a minute. And I'm back. Yeah, I took genetically unstable along with robust genetics. I thought that would be kind of funny. I'm not sure enough time's going to go by for us to really feel the effect of that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, night vision I took. I'm not sure about cooking. I really can't remember the things that are the stop gaps for this challenge, whether it's light, whether it's certain materials you can't get a hold of, whether it's just the randomization of the map or what. It's been a while since I've done the lab challenge, so we're going to learn as we go, I guess. If anybody has any comments or suggestions, I'm open to them. So otherwise, let's see what we've got. For a name, we'll just take name number 3. So 1, 2, 3. We are John Inyon. We are finished. Yes, in we go. Alright. Well, we've got some kind of a big room that we're in apparently. And once again, here's our stats. Everything's pretty much base. Not taking the bad day, so I don't have to deal with 1,000,001 negative effects, so that's good. So timer is to get out or starve. Alright, that sounds fair. That's right, there is almost no food down here. You can't scrounge up any canned goods and all that kind of stuff. I was actually thinking about taking the cannibal trait. I thought that might help out if we took cannibal, but I went kind of standard for this first attempt, so we'll give it a try so we can get kind of a feel for it. And depending on how things go and the response to the stream, if you guys want to see more of the challenge or some variations in the character type, I'm more than happy to do so. So let's kind of look around. I know my big thing to worry about is the light levels. Lit up walls indicate a room with lights, which usually indicates a turret inside, so I got to be really careful about that. But let's see what's around us here. Nothing there. And look at that. We got a lighter with 20 charges right off the bat. How much carrying capacity do I have? Not too bad. Lab coat's giving me some. Alright. Keep looking around here. A blazer. Wool socks that fit. How am I doing for temperature? A little cold on the head, but every other location's okay. So I want to keep an eye out for some way I can get my head warmed up. Skirt. This must be the main dormitory. Lots of blankets and pillows, nothing else. Let's move along this wall, finish exploring. I think there's another set over here. Yep. Pants. Ooh, a sewing kit. Oops. Tank top. And we got stairs down in the room with us. And if I remember right, even if we manage to get up to the top, we've got to have a way of getting past the turrets. And typically you want to go down first, I think, to get one of the pass cards. I can't remember now. I know there was a reason to go down first to get something, and then go up if you don't happen to find certain items that will let you get out the front door. And there's tricks you can play with the turrets to try to get out as well. But that's all a while back. From the west you hear over here. Alright. Yeah, the science ID card's what I'm thinking of. And isn't there one guaranteed to be in the lower floors, if not the very bottom? That place is dangerous down there. Alright, so we got doors to the west. Nothing along the north wall. We got stairs. We got two stairs up and stairs down. Alright, that seems like a pretty good thing. So we got west doors and south doors. No, there's something about getting that card that lets you out easier. I can't remember what it is. It's been too long since I did the challenge, but I remember specifically having to go down to get a card to then go back up and get out safely. But going down has got its own really big dangers. Alright, I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just pick a door at random. I'm going to go out this west door. I don't want to go up the stairs. Well, I don't know. Do I want to go straight up the stairs and try to find the path to the top? What do you guys think? Upstairs, downstairs, or one of the doors on the floor we're at here? I think I'm going to go upstairs. Alright. Another big room. Doors to the north. I got some kind of sound off to the west behind this wall. Looks like an identical room as the floor below it. Oh, we got a teleport pod. Of course we want to jump right into that. Everybody knows that's a good idea. Alright, so we just got the stairs down. I should have... Alright, I need to go back down a second. Get back down here. I don't have anything I can use. Just give sewing quality. Alright, back up the stairs. And drop right here the blanket. Alright. Let's go. I don't like the noise off to the left, so we'll go north. Another teleport pod. Another dormitory. First watch. Another sewing kit. Oh, jeez. Well, I've got all the sewing kits and threads that I might possibly need. Ooh, cargo pants. What am I wearing currently? Lab coat, I think, is covering just standard pants. So let's take off those. Whoops, let's just drop them. No, not that. That right there. Grab the cargo pants and wear them. Don't care about the top hat. Nicotine gum! We're saved! Alright, nothing else in this room it looks like. Catch up on everybody's chat. Yeah, if you empty a sewing kit, you get the string as charges. Nothing in the refrigerator. Hey, we got some water. Some bandages. Well, I've got a lighter already. The problem is I need something sharp to cut things with and to tear things up. I haven't found a single blunt or heavy object really I can use to smash things apart. I don't want to start punching things. Oh. Knitting needles. Yeah, I can't even punch something apart. Awful lot of barracks areas in here. Cargo pants that fit. Drop right here. Cargo pants that don't fit. Pick up cargo pants that do fit. Alright. Potato chips! I think the biggest problem is going to be me getting lost on these lab floors. They're so big, and you guys just watching me wander around randomly trying to find my way back to a particular location. What do we got here? Camera with 200 charges. Might get a little bit of stuff out of that if it'll let me disassemble it. Let's pick it up. I'm not sure it'll let me do this. I have an umbrella? Where did I get a telescoping umbrella? I don't remember finding a telescoping umbrella or having one at the start, but maybe I missed it. Camera, disassemble. Nope, can't see to craft. Alright. Let's, bash a 1 to hit a 1. Yeah, that's why I was trying to pick up items to drop next to the stairs so I would know my path, and then what side of the stairs I put them on points to where the next level is. I think that's how I used to do it. So I know which direction to go when I'm going up or downstairs, depending on... Yeah, will it let me tear things apart with my claws? I don't remember if that's something that'll let me do. Guess we can find out. Let's try something. Let's, I guess it doesn't really matter, there's so many of these things. And I gotta have light. It won't let me butcher anything without light. Just smashing isn't gonna do anything. Rubber gloves. I got some kind of noise in the room below me. I think that's... I gotta go backtrack a ways if I'm gonna find anything. So, there's a turret room behind that door. If I had to pick a location to stand in, it would be right where that box is to open that door. Let's go here first. I've been up here. Well, just can't break that thing down. Well, definitely turrets and turrets. Let's take a chance. Now, the problem is, it's still very dark where I'm standing here. If I back all the way up, and then peek over, there's the turret right there. That's a little closer than I like. similar problem. I'd have to get in his line of sight in order to take advantage. Oh, actually, no, the lighting's bright right where I'm at. So I'm good right here. But now I just don't have any materials to build anything with. Alright. So, we can get light, I just don't have any raw materials because I haven't been able to break anything yet. Close that door. So we know it's possible, just gotta... Oops, hello. Alright, now we got man hacks. So we broke into one of the bigger rooms. I'm gonna wait here a second. Alright, so does this mean there are scientists in the room? Did the scientists let that loose, or are these things usually sitting around? So yeah, this is a good room I want to be in. I think gonna move him back through the door and waiting to see if he comes towards me. Turn off safe mode. I think this is a storage closet if I remember right. Yep, we'll close that and look around. Jeez, soap and a dust mask. Yeah, alright. Thank you very much for nothing. Let's see if I can manage to scoot by this thing. It's in the main storage area. I don't have a way of prying open all the crates over there though. Check the office area here. Alright, now I got a 2x4 from the chair, so that'll help out. And let's head back over that direction. Close that. Oops. Thought I was wielding my 2x4. Okay, let's grab some raw materials. Alright, I think that's all the materials I need from there. Smash the plant? What does smashing the plant get you? Isn't it just ceramic from the pot? And can you make the cutting thing out of the ceramic? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Let's drop... just barely too much still. Fine, drop a little bit of that. There. Got to disable my notifications. Alright, what else has got to go? Probably a couple of these will do it. The heck? Alright. I know this will make a lot of noise if I pop this open. So far it's just the one man hack. I'm thinking of trying to take him. Hazmat zombie corpse. Cash card won't be useful, but a few other pretty cool things. Don't think there's anything we can do in here. Which way you going there, manhack? Oh, look at that. Integrated toolset CBM. Yeah, like we're going to be able to install CBMs down here. 2 first aid kits is awesome, though. And a bucket. Has boiling quality. Watertight, can store 5 liters. That'll have to think about. And I don't have a crowbar yet for that, so we need to get back to the light where I can get some wood as well. Let's... Oh, we got a computer that's operational. I can craft next to it. Cool. Bifocals, sunglasses, and sunglasses. Alright, cloudy, so we should be able to craft right here. So, let's smash the chair, smash the counter. That'll give us some raw materials to work with. Make a crowbar. Alright, we got our crowbar. Let's wield the crowbar. Drop it. Alright, making progress. And what else can we make here? Alright. We can make the stone... What are we... Oh, the ceramic shard will make the stone knife. Cool. Alright. Let me think through this. So I definitely need... Do I need lockpicks for this place? I can't remember. I'll grab 3 lockpicks just in case. Then we'll also do a stone knife. Nope. I don't care. You can make all your noises you want. Ignore further. Man, what is causing it to lag out so bad all of a sudden? Oh, manhack chased me down. I should have closed that door. I think he followed me in from the other room. Alright, you. I think I'm gonna try to kill him. Man, I hate these guys. Alright, maybe this is a bad idea. I don't have much luck hitting manhacks with throwing items. See if I can get around him. Get back in the other room. Ceramic armor plate. Well, not much out of these useful so far. Soldering iron. Yeah, I'm gonna end up standing in the lighted area where he's probably gonna be able to see me. No, guess not. Cool. Alright, much better. So let's finish our crafting. So I don't have my raw materials next to me now, but let's go ahead and do spike, scrap metal. Okay. I've got the stone knife. My favorite knife spear still needs just the stick, the rag. It's the string that's going to be the problem. That's what I remember having problems locating down here, is the string. Do I have the EMP grenade recipe this early? I don't think so. No grenades. Alright, might need a hammer. Go ahead and grab one of those. Can't think of... I can, but I don't have that much thread. It takes, what, 6 small strings, I think, to make a long string, so I'd need 300 thread. Alright, let's carefully... I want to check the other rooms nearby. Alright, so this will get me some thread, or some rags and such. Alright, let's grab just however many rags I can carry. Which was 5, which is fine for now. Need a tool with cutting of 1 or more. I thought I got the stone knife. Did I not make the stone knife? Huh, apparently not. Alright, let's do... makeshift knife is fine. Out of the rag. And butcher a rag. Problem is going to be time. All of these things take time, which I don't have a lot of. I'm going to get super thirsty and hungry really soon. Yeah, that's the problem I'm running into. Too much time's going by disassembling these. Something keeps causing it to lag out every time I go to try to build something too. I've never seen this before. I think it's all the other activity in the lab that's going on with the Z levels turned on. Because I can't do anything right now. I'm locked out of doing any kind of movement, and slowly things are happening in the little chat notification window. So it finally happened. I finally have control again. So... I've got 260 thread. Theoretically, I could do one more to have enough to get the strings. But all of that just to create the knife spear, it's not worth the time and the effort right now. So, let's just drop some things here for raw materials. I've built the things that I need to build. We've got a first aid kit, bandages, we've got the sewing kit, a knife and hammer, we've got our lighter. We've got a pretty decent amount of gear there. We need to keep moving. So I'm going to keep exploring. Funnel for more water. Alright. So far we got 4 doses of water. Hello? Whatever. Alright. I can either go... Well, it looks like my choice is here. Another lighter. What was that moving south there that I briefly saw? Ooh, yuck. Don't want to deal with a skitterbot. Let's get out of here before he comes over this way. Alright, stairs up. I'll check a few of the other local rooms real quick. Gallon jug of bleach. Gallon jug of bleach. If I dump the bleach and bring... I don't have the space to carry the gallon around with me anyway. Oxidizer powder. Ooh, stairs up and stairs down. Lye powder. Purifier serum. Purifier serum, and I've got the robust genetics. What would it get rid of though? I don't think you're allowed to get rid of stuff you start the game with, are you? Whoa, hello. Alright, zombie scientist, pools of acid, bandages. I am leaving. Alright, let's head up again. They put the stairs right on top of the, right there. That's rough when they do that kind of nonsense. The stairs were underneath a box. That's pretty bad generation. Try what? Let me look at the notes here. Not following what some of the comments are saying. Okay, is that an armory? Barracks. I do have 3 points of computer skill. This is one of the reasons I took it, was for opportunities like this. I'm gonna hold off trying to get in there though before I explore the other options here. No. Safety glasses. Do we have... Got a pair already. If one other person agrees with you, 3, 2, 1, boom, I'll go ahead and drink the purifier. Hello, soldier. Alright, I am stuck with a soldier through one door and a barracks entrance on the other end. I got nowhere else I can go other than back down the stairs. Let's take a drink of water, and I'm not thinking the potato chips, well, we'll eat them when we absolutely have to. For now, we'll just take care of our thirst. What do you think? Try the barracks entrance, or try to get through this door, or head back down a level? Got a few options. Time for another water break while you guys think about it. Alright, I'm back. Hello, hello, Alexander. Welcome to the stream. What to do? So, like I said, I got 3 possibilities. Go hack that computer, open the door, and chance running around that soldier, or go back down the stairs. Yeah, I don't think... I agree with Temporal Hawk. That's what my understanding was, is the mutations you start with, you can't get rid of via Purifier. So this is the lab challenge. I've gone up 2 flights of stairs so far, and now I'm stuck in this little area where I've got a soldier through this door, I've got a barracks down here, or I can go back downstairs a level and try to find another path. So I'm looking for some suggestions or advice on which one to try. We are still a couple levels down. So if I bring the map up and then go up a level, so 1 more level above us, and then we have the top. So we've got essentially 2 more stairs we've got to go up. I've had some lab or some barracks where I've been able to hack it, get in, and there's been none or 1 soldier, but other ones have just instantly killed me, so it's pretty variable. I'm not real comfortable trying to get in there. That's something I usually come back for later. I don't mind trying to dance my way around this guy. I've got night vision, he doesn't, and I can always retreat to the stairs, so I'm going to keep trying to move forward through this door. We'll peek out, so yep, he's wandered off. We'll hop into the other room real quick. Hey, look at that, stairs up. And lighter number 3. I can always bring the place down. Alright, I'm taking the stairs. I'm going to drop something right here, though. Drop here. 1. There. So that thread is pointing roughly that direction, showing where the stairs I came up are. Alright, up we go. So from this level, if I open the map and go up a level, that's the exterior, that's the ground level. So next stairs we find bring us up to the exterior of the setup. Here's the encumbrance list. So we got pretty bad hand encumbrance. I think that's the rubber gloves doing that. And beyond that, we're pretty low. I could probably take the rubber gloves off. I'm not really using them at the moment. So there we go. No encumbrance to speak of. Only weapon I've got is my makeshift crowbar. I do have claws and fangs. Here's the character sheet if you haven't seen it, for anybody that's joining the channel. Kind of recap, we are doing the lab challenge. We are on the highest underground floor. The next upstairs I find will bring us above ground to the bunker that you have to try to get around the turrets. So we've almost made it to the top, but we don't have a solution for how to get past the bunkers, but at least we're working our way towards the exit. I don't count it as succeeding in the lab challenge until we actually get away from the bunker itself, get past those turrets. So just getting to the top floor doesn't count. But there's our character sheet. You can see what traits and skills that we've got currently. Here's our inventory list and clothes and armor. The stairs are north-northeast. How would you know that? Alright, a lot of choices. We've got a lit corner there, so we know there's a turret down in that southwest corner room. I've got movement to my east or northeast. So I'm going either north or west, one of the two. I've chosen north. Another filter mask. I think that'll lead out into the corridor. Nope, that leads into one of the storage rooms, so might be good if there's not any manhacks flying around or skitterbots. Nothing on the table. Nothing there. Amplifier circuit. File. Sling pack, but yeah, we have almost no encumbrance right now. We could probably wear it. What's that do? Yeah, that's not bad at all. That gets us some extra carrying capacity, so I'm okay with that for now. A wrench. We'll grab it with our carrying capacity. Another glass flask of purifier. Well, if my robust genetics and unstable genetics ever start doing anything, we can have fun with the purifier mutation dance. Alright, so we do have a zombie up that way. I'm going to go ahead and open this. I'm going to stay out here until I think that's the zombie trying to come towards me. He's working his way through the fencing, so let's jump in real quick. Come on. Processor board. Don't need earplugs. Don't have any guns. Come on, give me something I can actually use. Pair of boots that fits. I am currently wearing dress shoes, so we'll drop right here. Oh no, I'm wearing... Why was I seeing dress shoes? Huh, weird. Oh, I must have seen shirt and red shoes, so... Alright, we've got a pair of boots that fit already. It's freaking safety glasses. Alright, I will go out the east door in a second, so there's down again, a human corpse. Alright, so let's take a look. This is one of the control rooms. That's the observation room, if I remember right. Yeah. Bathrooms. These are the elevators. Alright, got some noise out to the west-northwest. In the witch control room. Oh yeah, I can't get to it though. Yeah, that is an axe down there, but I don't have a way in. Alright. Lot of rooms with turrets. More water? Yep, more water. What do we got here? Tainted meat. Lovely. Okay, I don't want to open any of that. I don't want those. You keeping track, 321 boom? Am I in the area you were saying you thought the ladder or the stairs were? Or did I need to go north again? And will it let me? It will. I'll go ahead and leave that open. Oh, salt water. Nope, don't need salt water, thanks. And some bleach. Lighter number 4 or 5, I forget, but I'm not picking up anymore. More rubber boots. There we go. Stairs right there. Okay, taking another break right here while you guys argue and tell me how exactly I'm going to get past these turrets. It's 3:38 in the afternoon. So, if I remember right, when you first step up, you don't just get insta-killed. You're in like a dark back corner that they can't see you in. If you try to move towards them, that's where you get shot up. But remind me before I walk up these stairs. So, taking another water break. Okay, so... well, Bliggets? I have no idea how to pronounce that, but no, you didn't miss much. We're on the steps up to the very, very top, but we don't have any way of getting past the turrets yet. So, you're saying a home wrecker will go out through the back wall? So what's it take to make one? We're gonna run into the string problem again. So, 8 long strings. There's no way I'm gonna get a hold of 8 long strings. I'll starve and dehydrate to death before I pull apart that many rags to then craft small strings to then craft large strings. Unless somebody can tell me another way of getting long strings. None of those other components are gonna show up. This 2x4 and the chunks of steel, no problem, but those 8 long strings, sewing kits have 50 charges, and long strings take a lot more than that. So long strings take 300 thread each, and I need 8. So I'd have to disassemble 24 rags. I would die of dehydration and hunger before I manage that. So the control room downstairs was a break room. Alright, well I might be able to retrace my steps back towards it. I'm still only thirsty hungry, so, and I've got water. The hunger will become a problem, but that still doesn't get me out. So are we all agreed on, even if I go up these stairs, I have no way of getting past the turrets, right? I'm not sure the range that I can throw the stick at. So I did take put points into throwing, but I have no idea how far it'll go. So by take a peek, you mean go ahead and go upstairs? Here we go. Alright, there we are. I'm going to detach the cursor and move it, so that's what we're looking at. Right there. And I'm not sure what the shot range is for these turrets. So heading back down now that we've had our peek. Alright, so we know our path out. Now he can't see me in the little shadowed corner back there, so it's safe to move up. You just can't go forward. I'm not sure exactly when he starts shooting at you. But if we had like some kind of obstacle I could build to push in front of me, but that's a little tough to do. Yeah, I know the EMP grenades is a possibility, but I don't have the recipe for it. I think no matter what, I'm retracing my steps. We need some more resources. Build a table. Alright. So how close do I have to get to that thing? Alright, so right there is as far as I can move. And that's way too far for me to be able to throw things. I'm not going to hit that thing with thrown objects. I'd have to get closer. Yeah, that's the strategy I've heard, Tom, is to get something that blocks the line of sight to put in front of you, and you can push it ahead of you, and it prevents the manhack from targeting you. Alright, heading back, heading down. Okay, so I know that that's the path. I'm trying to keep just the doors open that lead directly to it. Let me make sure that's still the case. So I got that one door open there. Actually, I don't need to go around, do I? So I can go right through there. So we'll close that door. Close that door. That was straight south from there. Blob! A black blob! So for the bookcase, I need something that's going to do wood sawing, and then 12 2x4s and 16 nails. I can definitely assemble the 2x4s and nails, so I need to be able to build or get something with wood sawing. Trying to remember what has wood sawing ability. I don't think I'm going to be able to create something that's going to have wood sawing. Oh, right there. The stone adds. So I just need a ceramic shard and the 2x4. Alright. So break another plant holder, get some ceramic, then create the stone adze, and alright. So smash that, grab some ceramic. Then it's just 2x4s and such. I do need light to craft by, so I need that computer. Whoops. I need a computer area to craft in, which... I think that was the floor below, wasn't it? Alright, down we go. And it was down this direction, through this door. Alright, I can use this computer. Alright, so I'm gonna need some more raw materials. I don't have enough with me, but I just wanted to double check. So I just need a 2x4 and I can get it created. Alright. Once again, as soon as I try to craft something, everything comes grinding to a halt. Alright, we got that. Now if I try to build furniture, bookcase, all I need is 12 2x4s and 16 nails. I don't know if I can carry all that in one go. There's some nails. I've already got some 2x4s. Grab the duct tape. Alright, this is going to take me a couple of trips, so bear with me while I move some stuff around. Yeah, I agree, but getting the bookcase and getting into those two rooms, if there's stuff in those two rooms that might prove useful, and it gets me much closer for other options, so I think it's going to be valuable to get the bookcase built. Alright, so go upstairs. We'll just drop this stuff right here. 2x4s, nails. We'll just drop a bunch of stuff so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Alright, that gives me a pretty good amount of space. Let's smash up a whole row of stuff here. Grab it to inventory and give me, whoops, stop, give me all the nails. Jeez, so much noise going on in the lab. Can't even pick stuff up in peace. Alright, how many I got over there now? I've got 12 2x4s, one more trip. Is this gonna... yeah, it should work. Ignore. Alright, so... construct. Bookcase. Right there. Ignore. Yet again, it stalls out while I wait for the construction. I don't know what's going on with that. It's really weird. Anybody else seen this kind of thing happen? I think it's the Z levels causing it, but I'm not certain. I'll let you know if it ever finishes. Yeah, I'm certain it's the Z levels causing the problem. I'll definitely try popping the, there we go, there's our bookcase. Where? Don't have anything to wear. Yeah, I must have dropped them. Alright, so we have a bookcase built. Yay! Grab bookcase, move. Let go of bookcase, step into door. Alright, hope for something useful. More useful than a sundress. Lighter number 6. Alright, not useful. Grab the bookcase, back up into the darkness, rotate it down, grab it again, let go of it, check the other room. I might be able to take that apart, but it's not going to add much to my abilities here. Alright, well, we got a little closer. Let's grab the bookcase, back up, let go of it. Alright. Okay, so that's the situation. The bookcases will get us right up next to it, but you can't get past it using that. So we're still looking at the same problem. Now somebody remind me, how do you use the ID card when you get up here to get past? That'll open the door, but that won't get you past the bot, the sentry turret. So the ID card's just to get the doors open, so you don't have to blast your way out. You can throw over the bookcase? Yeah, that would solve it, if you could throw over the bookcase. Burn the floor down? Will that work? I've never tried that either. Not like I don't have plenty of lighters. So yeah, I mean, I could set the floor on fire and then retreat down the stairs, let it burn. I'd really like to have the earplugs in when I do that, otherwise the entire game's going to stall out and it'll never recover from all the noise. I like that idea better than trying to go all the way back down to the level and find some way of dealing with it, so... Well, now there's conflicting information. Burning's not going to help? Let's see here. Cancel that. So it's shady where I'm at. Can I make... Yeah, I can make throwing sticks right here. So let's make a few batches of throwing sticks. Oh crap, I forgot it's going to take a while. Oh, hey, it finished. Cool. Alright, so I've got throwing sticks. So... let's make a couple more. Okay, I've got 20 OP throwing sticks. So, are you saying I can throw these through the bookcase? Peek and throw? You can peek and throw at the same time? That would be new to me. Alright, I'm up against the turret, so I'm as close as I can possibly get. What I don't get is if I do a throw and pick the throwing stick, it won't let me pick that next space. I can pick the bookcase and I can pick below, but I can't pick what's directly behind it and obstructed by it. So let's do this instead. Let's cancel that. Let's grab the bookcase again and back up. First I want to try throwing a stick and seeing just how far it goes. So we'll let go of the bookcase. I don't... I don't know, guys. I'm gonna shift the bookcase on accident one of these times and get a face full of machine gun fire. Alright, so let's do this again and I'll watch the comments. So, bookcase is back in place. It's rammed right up against the turret. So, I've let go of it and I'm free to move. If I peek diagonally down and then hit T, I can't do anything. So I can't throw, I can't do anything except for hit escape to cancel the peek. Now if I move back, I am still in very dark conditions. So right here I might be able to throw and hit it. So let me try it from here. So throw, it will let me target it. Let's find out. I think I can't tell if it hit it or not. Yep, it hit it for 12. That'll do it. It's moderately injured. No, I'm not burning it down. Looks like we found a solution. The silly OP throwing sticks are going to get us out of here. Oh, reflected off. We probably need a crit to do damage, which is fine. I can build a lot of throwing sticks. Got him for 6. He's heavily damaged. Just barely got him. Come on, he's gonna be close. He's severely... Alright, and I ran out of sticks. So, let's head back. And... very dark here, so I can't do it here. I gotta build some more sticks, but I've lost the light. I gotta head back down to build them, so I'm just gonna grab some 2x4s and head back downstairs. Trying to remember where my lighted area was. What was I using? That's right, the computer by the barracks. That's what I was using. Alright, more throwing sticks. That should do it. It gives me another 20. What the heck, just in case. Alright. Reflected. That thing gonna blow up? It's gonna kill me when it blows up? Nearly dead. I'm kinda worried it's gonna hit me when it blows up. Come on, don't make me go down and get more. Whoa, yep, it got me. We survived it though. Alright. So, will throwing sticks get me through this door? Yeah, I wasn't quite back far enough. If I was back one more space, it would have been better. But I didn't take that much damage, so... Alright, we still have no way of getting through these doors here. So... we've cleared the top floor. Which one time? The one time I did it, or the one time that my NPC did it for me? I got blown up both times. Time for me to take another water break while you guys tell me how I'm going to get through these walls or that door, because we've solved one of the two major problems. Well, I guess there's three. First, get up here. Second, the bot. And third, how to get through the walls or the door. I know the science ID card will get us through the door. The other thing that was mentioned was getting a home wrecker built and try to go through a wall. So, the home wrecker's probably the only one that's... I don't even know if it's possible. I'm already very hungry, so starvation's going to start kicking in here pretty soon. I've got some potato chips and a little bit of water, and that's it. So let's go ahead and eat some potato chips. Potato chips are all gone. Have some water. So food and water are done. I've got plenty of water. I've got like 5 more things of water. Alright, let's check this list again. So my only problem really is the 8 long strings. And for that I need tons and tons of thread or small strings. Alright, so let's drop into the pile 8 of the throwing sticks. I don't need all these lighters. Don't Don't need those for now. And we'll pick up just the water, I think, and the wrench. Alright, basically the tools. Do I have the electro hack recipe? I don't think so. No, no electro hack recipe. Alright, well, I think we're all agreed. I'm just going to have to go downstairs and start exploring again. So, do I try the barracks? I know where that is, at least. We're an hour and a half in. I've only got about 40 more minutes at the most, so I don't know the chances of me getting down to the bottom and getting back up again. Especially given the hunger status that I've got currently. So I'm tempted. I think I heard noise in the barracks, if I remember right, so that would be problematic. There's nothing in this room. I'm injured, but I've got 2 med kits. I mean, that's minor injuries, so I don't really care about the injuries. Bandages won't heal much. Those are mainly for stopping bleeding. Alright, let's take a look around here. Cotton balls, so I know what's likely to be in here. Let's peek. Pretty far distance to a computer. Big room. Close that door. Peek. That's not very helpful. Alright, whoa, hello! Oops! I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. I think I'm gonna dive into this doorway and get away from that cyborg. At least it's not the you're instantly dead cyborg. Oh, what do we got here? A machete. Heck yeah, I'll take a machete. Alright, yeah, that I knew about already, actually. I think I'm gonna go downstairs. And I don't think I've been this way yet. Let's check this area out. They sure like to store a lot of lighters in this place. Lab journal. Hello. Scared the crap out of me when he popped out at me like that. Well, look at that. Me and my machete. And we got a blob sliding around. Ooh, no. I do not want to deal with one of those. Why is it lit up? Do they normally have lights on them? Just seems a little odd. Guess they probably do. I don't think there's anything in that room. Out we go. Back to the corridor. Nothing that way. Alright, one of the big rooms. One of the big empty rooms. Let's go north. Get out of the way, Blob. Blob, get out of the way. I didn't open the door for you. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go into a barracks or something. The hunger's just gonna get to me here pretty soon. And we got cloning vats with body parts, exciting. Really? It's empty? That's not very fun. Supposed to have lots of stuff in them. Yeesh. Big place. Not a lot of stuff that's useful in any of these rooms, though. We found one or two rooms with toilets. There's up. Another cloning vat room. Alright, what do we... which one of these is it? Another barracks. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna try to hack this thing. Bypass security, yes. Nope, shut it down. Alright, we failed. Caffeine pills, that's what I need. How much nutrition do caffeine pills provide? Don't want to go up. Another wrench. Cotton balls. All excited, I thought I had another bag of potato chips. Keep me alive for 2 or 3 more minutes. Syringe of adrenaline. Alright, let's try this one. We succeeded! Oh, wait. Nope, we didn't succeed. Oh, it's not gonna let us. Bah, you bums. Prisoner containment. We can't get in. Login successful. Ooh, unlock. Come on. Let me do it. Let me do it. Dang it. Oh well. I thought we got in. I'm trying to remember which way I want to go. That one's useless. Can't go that way. Live powder, that's what I'm going to drink as my last act. Can't go that way or that way. I'm running out of directions here. Something up. Hello. Hello. They're playing peekaboo with me. Yeah, water's not my problem. I've got 5 or 6 or 7 doses of water still. It's definitely the hunger. Well, it's either try to chop up some scientists or run back in some other direction. I'm going to try to chop a scientist. We need something to happen here. We've only got 30 more minutes that I can put into the live stream here. How to do this? How to do this? Oh, I mutated! I mutated! I now have claws instead of long fingernails. I have claws. I think the rest of it's still the same. Yeah, the rest of it's still the same. But yeah, I mutated successfully. Got a positive mutation. That's what robust genetics helps a lot with. Alright, I'm going in here. Got the machete. Anything I want to take. Let's eat a caffeine pill. Let's take a hit of adrenaline. And let's go in and get him. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Nothing super useful there. Peek inside. Alright, who's next? Oh, Skitterbot. No, I'd rather not mess with a Skitterbot. Alright, come here, you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Still nothing useful. Maybe I do want to take on a Skitterbot. Now that I'm all pumped full of all this yummy, yummy adrenaline and stimulants. Got that one already. Uh-oh. Lupine serum. We're drinking that. Is that an activatable? Yeah, we'll do the activatable. Inject. You gain a mutation. Oh, carnivore! And my ugly mutation turned into deformed. Both of them bad. Alright. Can only eat meat. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed when I was very hungry. And deformed. I don't care about the deformed part. Alright, now it's time to activate a purifier. Let's just do the standard one. Ah, I lost my claws. And my disease resistant. Jeez. Alright, I turned back into ugly. I lost carnivore, but I lost my disease resistant and my claws. Oh well. Dems to breaks. Ah! A riot helmet. Don't care about the head and sure, why not? What the heck? Whoa. Hey, leave me alone. Stupid amoeba thingies. Yeah, probably not. I want my view. Flashlight, flashlight. Does that help me or not? I'll take it, but I don't think it actually helps me. Safety glasses, number 47. More bleach? Nope, ammonia. Don't want to go up that way. Nope. Large fire extinguisher this time. Magnesium powder. Every time I think I'm getting potato chips. Get away from me, manhack. Oh, hello. Can't close the door now. I'm just gonna try to hit him. Come on. Batteries, broken skitterbots, RAM, not useful. I'm a little more combat effective than I thought. I've been pretty hesitant, but we're doing pretty good at killing those things. Alright. Hacksaw's not going to help us. Hello, thing that's chasing me. A big blob. Hey, stop it. Ah. Run mode. Ooh, dead end. Well, folks, I mean, I would love to do something a little more interesting than just wandering around this labyrinth in the dark. I've already been here. If I remember right, yeah, this is... Nothing's gonna be in there or up there. You can eat blob globs? I'd have to go find them again. I don't remember which way they were. Let's try this one while we're here. Nope, failed. Not surprising. Stupid glob. Fish serum. Activate. Fish serum. We got high night vision. Then our high night vision turned into full night vision. And we got rough skin. Wow, that worked out pretty well. So full night vision, you can see in pitch blackness as if you were wearing night vision goggles. Activate to toggle night vision visible areas on or off. Alright. And we got rough skin. No gameplay effects. Alright. Alright, so... Oh. Did my pain go up so high? Hey look, I found some meat! I found some meat! Now I just need to mutate enough to get the cannibal. Uh, 300 thread. It's just not gonna happen. Unless somebody can point me to how to get thread easier, I don't have a way to do it that's gonna happen in the time frame and the hunger status that we've got. Blob globs, yep, you can eat blob globs. A lot of hunger. Let's try one. It looks poisonous. Little hunk of glop that fell off a blob monster. Doesn't seem hostile, but it does wiggle occasionally. 20 nutrition, minus 10 enjoyability. Well, let's try it. We really don't have another choice, so let's eat a blob glob. Yes. Wow, look at those stats drop. Don't stop now. Keep eating. Alright, we are full up on blob globs. Oops, say no to that. Alright, so I am trying to locate a room with beds that I can rip apart for cloth. So can't go that way. Try this way. Lots of stuff there. Don't want any of that. Just can't go that way. There we go. Alright. So smash. Wield. Crowbar. Smash. Stop. Stop it. Alright. Alright, I've got 7 rags. That's not gonna be nearly enough. Did I not pick up earplugs? I thought at some point I had some. Don't have any now, and they're not in this pile, so I either left them behind or I'm not sure. Really dislike blob globs. And oh, he barfed at some point. Cool. Yeah, I don't think it would let us craft right now, even if we tried to. Yep, morale's too low. Jeez, I don't know. This is rough. Trying to get all the strings for that home wrecker is a mammoth undertaking all by itself. Just nothing up here that's going to do it. I mean, raw materials are plentiful, but now, to stave off starvation, I had to eat the blob globs. That dropped my morale so low I can't craft. I could sleep. So, I'm gonna head to the bottom. I'd rather die fighting than stay up here just sleeping and trying to take apart strings. So let's ditch the blanket. Let's ditch the now we gotta keep the one blob glob in case I need to eat. There, keep those, don't need those. I can't think if I'm going to need a wrench or any of these other tools. I'll keep a few of them because I'm not doing anything else with them. Alright, let's get back to wielding our machete. Down we go. It says impassable, smashable. I didn't know that was a fungal wall. And should I be using my crowbar? You don't seem to be damaging the fungal wall. So, nothing's happening when I'm trying to hit the fungal wall with the sledgehammer, or the makeshift crowbar, that is. Yeah, something with more bash would be nice, but not likely. So, 2x sword has bash 12 with a +1. Good old Homewrecker's got the 28, but that's the thing I can't seem to get made because of the long string problem. I don't know, will it? Maybe it will. Shall I try it? Then run out? I really don't have a lot more time, so we're down to kind of the last suggestions. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to dive down floors and see what interesting way I can get killed. I'm going to try it. We're going to set it on fire. Lighter. Set it on fire, and I'll just stand here and watch it for a little bit. Okay, we're going to wait for 30 minutes. Oops. I said stop waiting. The 30-minute thing might not have been a great idea. Stop waiting. Yes, stop waiting. Alright, well, yeah, the fungal bloom. Apparently we got a fungal bloom right on top of us. Huh, this is entertaining. Well, yeah, I guess technically if I can get a step outside, it'll be victory. That was the goal, get outside. I'm not outside yet. This is entertaining. I didn't consider that that was a fungal wall, so thanks for pointing that out. Let's see if the fire burns out enough that I can actually make it a couple of spaces outside just to get mushroomified. Yeah, I've got Z levels turned on, so if I try to let time go by, it's just gonna stall out really bad with all the messages, plus the fire itself, so... This is pretty hilarious, though. Alright, looks like it's retreating. Says the temperature is chilly but rising. And as soon as this batch goes out, I'm going to try to step outside and we're going to raise our hands in victory. Getting close. Oh, okay. One more patch and then I'll walk out. Come on, stupid patch. Stop burning. Are the cinders going to be hot? Do I have to worry about stepping in spaces like that? And I think, yep, it crashed. uh... We're going to consider that a victory. That was a failure of the program. The Z levels turned on for this one really caused a problem, but I think that Jin Raw saved us there, so we'll consider that a win. I'm not sure what's up. Mine's crashed a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure this one had to do with the Z levels being on while all this noise activity was happening. So we were able to escape. I just had to be able to wait for a short bit longer. So timed it perfectly. We're just coming up on the 2-hour mark that I was going to commit. So really appreciate you guys hanging in there and watching the Lab Escape Challenge. This one's a yes. We're going to go with this one being a victory. So I was pretty concerned. There's only a few ways to get out. I had no idea that that fungal wall was there. I totally missed that. So appreciate you guys staying and taking the time to spend with me and help me get through that. And yep, victory for us. And I hope to see you in some future episodes. I'm going to try to schedule these live streams a bit more. I'll occasionally do some one-offs that when the mood strikes me, but I'll also try to get some scheduling going now that I've had some practice and some experience at it. So look forward to those, and I hope to see you in some other episodes in the future. So have a good night. Bye-bye.